And we are live. Today is what? Today is what? The 20th, October 20th. And we're here in another session.
2010,
I hope you guys are
2020.
having fun. It's not 2010, God. It's 2020. What year are you
It's
in? It is October the
2010,
2010. Yeah, you
2020.
have to be smart. God, you have to be smart. You have to be smart. Huh? We start off with this. People, you see what I have to contend with? My word. Okay. So we're here we're here live on Facebook, people, and we're having another interactive, wonderful session. As you know, everything is happening on the Facebook page. Toastmasters Trinidad and Tobago Toastmasters page. This is where everything is happening. Follow, like, share, tell your friends, dog, cat, fowl, rat, everybody to like, follow, share. Come in, participate, get your questions answered live. Anything you want to know, get your questions answered live. We see all your comments showing up right here. Or is it right here? Yes, on the screen. And we show them up. We actually preview you on the bottom of the screen here, all your questions so that we can answer them. We're going to have a jam-packed evening this evening. So after this session, there's another really, really awesome session coming up after this. Just keep on the Facebook page, click on set reminders so that you will know what's coming up next and that it will notify you in time. Okay, what I'm going to tell my guests, as you can see, we have Sandra Pike, Anthony On, and God Thomas. Should anything happen to me on this broadcast, we are still live. Once you see live showing up on the thing there, oh my God. Wherever it is, once you see it showing up there, you know that we're still live, and continue talking until I come back in. Don't stop talking. Keep talking, keep the engagement, keep the discussion going until I come back in. Whoever gets bumped up, keep the conversation going. We are going to be here for about 20 minutes in order to facilitate the other guest speaker coming on in time, right? So we are not delayed. Let me tell you a bit about what we're talking about today. Garth is going to be speaking about the types of clubs that you can create, set up. As a Toastmaster club we're talking. This is a Toastmaster, I wouldn't say meeting. Hey, Shirley. Shirley is saying hi. Shirley Mohammed, she's saying hi. Great evening to everyone.
Hi, Shirley. Hi, Shirley.
Right. So God is going to be talking about the different types of clubs. So I'm sure you're going to be hearing a club that can best suit you. I'm not going to give you all the details. God is going to share that. And then Sandra is on to tell you about speechcraft. You're going to understand what speechcraft is. She has implemented this many times, so she knows it in and out. She's going to share about the value, what it is, how you can implement it, and how it can be used for youths. We always talk about the future of our nation is for the youths, so she's going to share on that. But let me just quickly introduce my guest here formally. So God is a top individual agent at Unit Trust Corporation. I did not know that. I'm a member of Unit Trust. Thank you so much, God, for telling me that. He's a facilitator for the Central Bank's National Finance. He's a facilitator for the Central Bank's National Financial Literacy Program for over 5 years. So people, if you want to get your finances organized, this is the man to go to. He's a Hall of Fame of the life insurance industry. Oh my, listen, this is the man to go to. He's the Hall of Fame of the Life Insurance Industry Association. He's a Hall of Fame at Trinity College. Oh, you could show up so just because you went Trinity College. He's an executive director at Tomco Financial Services Limited, Comprehensive Planners and Associates Limited, and GT Escrow Limited. He's a director at AACTT. What is that, God? What is AACTT?
African Credit Union of Trinidad and Tobago.
A what? A union?
African Association Credit Union of Trinidad and Tobago.
What is a credit? So anything to do with money you involved for the man to talk to. Anything to do with money you're involved, we coming to you.
Well, I'm not with the DSS though. I'm not with the DSS, so careful about everything.
All right, and Sandra Pike Anthony is a retired NGO professional. Nobody looking at Sandra would think she retired, so we know she lying. Who led the YMCA of Trinidad and Tobago for 35 years. She also serving at regional and international levels. Sandra joined Toastmasters 5 years ago and has served as a leader at the club, area, and division levels. When she joined, her main goal was self improvement, particularly in the area of public speaking. Now she remains a Toastmaster to help young people and new Toastmasters to grow in self confidence as communicators and leaders. Sandra believes that words have the power to change lives and that the core values of Toastmasters, integrity, respect, service, and excellence, can change the world for the better. So, welcome, Sandra and God,
Thank you
to
very
this
much.
session today.
Delighted to be here.
Yes. Yeah, good to have you. And Shirley again is saying Cytropunk Anthony, she's a DTM, is a speechcraft specialist. So I have the
Ah,
right people here, right? I have the right people here. I have the right people here. And when you want to talk money, you talk to God. So guys, let's get this going. So God, let's get straight into it. The different types of clubs that persons can either get involved in or start on their own. Share with us.
okay. Well, first of all, Sandra, I'm not, let me say Sandra, Corinne. You see, I'm a little obsessed with Sandra. We have to watch that.
What are
First
you
of
saying?
all,
You publicly make that.
I know I'm not ashamed to be obsessed with Sandra. If you see Sandra, you would empathize with me. Anyhow, I think I should start by indicating that in Toastmasters International, we have over 3,500 clubs across the world. That's a lot of clubs. And those clubs are configured in three essential ways. First of all, you have the what we would call a corporate club. I think the corporate clubs are more dominant in the US than certainly here in the Caribbean. And a corporate club is like if a company like well, actually when Toastmasters started in Trinidad, it was a corporate club because it was brought to Trinidad by Philip Rochford, who at the time was the CEO of what was then the National Commercial Bank, which is now First Citizens Bank. That is where Toastmasters started in Trinidad, and that was a corporate club initially. But I joined that club back in 1989 because although it was corporate, it was in a measure open. So that was how I was able to start my Toastmasters journey back in 1989. A journey that I have enjoyed immensely and that I continue to enjoy. So you have the corporate club, which is a club that is sponsored by a company or an organization. We have corporate clubs like in Coca-Cola, in all of the Google, all of these places have corporate clubs. And to be a member of that club, normally you would have to be an employee of that particular firm or organization. Those clubs in the US, they tend to meet almost every week. Whereas our clubs here in Trinidad and Tobago, we meet twice a month for the most part. But it being a corporate club, they meet every week. We have had a couple of corporate clubs in Trinidad, apart from NCB. We've had the Top Floor Soul Club, which started out as a corporate club, but is now an open club. An open or community club is a club that may have a geographic location. It may be centered around a particular community. It is any group of people, a minimum normally of 20, who have gathered together for the purpose of mastering the art of oral communication and who have signed up a charter with Toastmasters International. And all of the information as to how to do this is available on www.toastmastersinternational.org. So that will be a community club. It's a club that anybody can join. And the age level requirement is 18 years and up. We have people who are as young as 18 and we have people older than 70. I'm not going to call any names. All right. So that is a community club. A community club. You can also have, and we don't have any of these in Trinidad at this time, what is called a gavel club. Now, a gavel club is designed for people 18 years and under, so that like people in students in a sixth form in any high school here in Trinidad and Tobago could form a gavel club. And we've had a lot of discussion about starting gavel clubs here in Trinidad, but so far we do not have a gavel club. And again, it follows the same basic structure as a community or a corporate club. You know, you have an executive and you have at least 20 members, and you have meetings at which we practice, because Toastmasters is not a lecturing organization. It is an experiential experience, which means to say you learn by doing. So that is the three basic clubs. You can also have, there's a fourth type of club that you can have, which is called a gap, which is not a gap, sorry, an advanced club. An advanced club would be made up, as the name implies, of Toastmasters who have already achieved an advanced level status in their educational program, and who want to meet specifically to deal with the more advanced areas of public speaking and leadership. So those are the critical, I would say, four essential clubs: the corporate club, the open club, the gavel club, and the advanced club. Madam Chair.
Thank you so much, God. Yeah, thank you so much for that. And you hear him call me Madam Chair? That is exactly what we do at Toastmasters. But I would like to I would like to add that there is another one, especially with the pandemic and being online. It's called an online advance club. Now, an
Okay.
online advance, because I'm in one of those clubs, Leaders Beyond Borders, which is in Division H in Aruba. And in an online advance, just like you said with advance, is members who are advanced in their educational program in Toastmasters, and online, meaning that we do it virtually.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
also means that persons may have clusters. So, for example, there may be clusters of members here in Trinidad, and we can decide, okay, if allowed to meet at somebody's house or in a spot, once we have Wi Fi, we can come together and join the meeting there and then as a cluster, as opposed to
No.
individually in each other's houses. We can all
No.
meet as a cluster. Once clustering is allowed with the
Maximum 10.
pandemic, you can have a
Maximum 10.
few of the members over or get, yeah, yeah, maximum of 10. So you can
Maximum 10
have
at present.
guests as well as members, maximum of 10. So we can do that in the online advance. Somebody is saying, hi, everybody. I don't know who that is, but hi back to you from the Toastmasters
Hi,
page.
hi.
Yeah, welcome and thanks for watching. So let's move on to Sandra. Thank you so much for sharing that, Gat. And I like how you mentioned the gavel clubs, because it really segues nicely into what Sandra is about to discuss, the speechcraft. So Sandra, you're highlighted with your beautiful background, natural background in the back. It's not plastic you're seeing there, people. Those are natural plants. Okay. Yes, Sandra, let's hear about speechcraft and how it can, and what age does it cater to?
Well, I don't think that there's a specific age group that you have to adhere to with Speechcraft. Speechcraft is really a course or a program that introduces the skills that you learn in Toastmasters. So it is like a teaser or a sample. You know, when you go to the mall and they want to give you a tiny little piece of chicken in the hope that you'll buy a whole bowl. Well, that's what Speechcraft is like.
Yes.
It's an 8-hour program, usually either 4 2 hours or 6 hour and a halves or 8 1 hour programs. And basically, you teach and the students get a chance to practice speeches, introduction of a speaker, evaluating a speech. So they prepare, they organize, they deliver speeches. It's just like a Toastmasters meeting, including table topics. They get a chance to
Okay.
support the program in the various roles. You have timers, grammarians, etc. So it is just like Toastmasters over a shortened period.
So what's the benefit of implementing a speechcraft program? Have you seen a conversion from implementing a speechcraft program into actual Toastmasters membership?
Yes, yes. When we started, we ran it for students of UE in order for them to encourage them to come and join Toastmasters. We wanted to give them a sample of an example of what Toastmasters was about and also help them to get skills for those who could not afford a membership fee. So the main advantage for the young people who are doing the program or anybody who's doing the speechcraft program is a growth in self-confidence, speaking skills, listening skills, evaluation skills. So all the skills that you learn in Toastmasters, you get a shortened version of that in speechcraft.
Okay. Now, is that program only allowed for Toastmasters, or can a non-Toastmaster implement that program?
Well, I am not sure about that. We have done it as part of our club. No, I believe that a club has to run a speechcraft program. An individual non Toastmaster cannot run a speechcraft program. It has to be a club.
Okay. I would like to answer that. I've seen in the shop on the Toastmasters.org website, they state that the stuff can the products there can be downloaded and be used by persons who are Toastmasters as well as non-Toastmasters. So I was wondering if it makes sense. And that includes the speech graph, the whole material, the curriculum and everything. So I'm wondering if it would make sense for a non-Toastmaster to take that and run with it without really having a true feel of what Toastmasters is. What are your
So
thoughts on that? You and
are you
God.
saying that
Anyone
Toastmasters International will sell this program to a non Toastmaster?
Yeah,
it is on
I
their
think
it
that
is on
the
their shop. It is on their shop and
yeah,
non-Toastmaster can get it.
it's there, but it will be very difficult for anybody who does not have
Mhm.
exposure to the Toastmasters program to effectively run a speechcraft. Because the speechcraft, as
Mhm.
Sandra is indicating, the speechcraft is based upon the larger meeting that we have as a club meeting, a general meeting in our clubs. So if you are not familiar with the structure, and when people come to visit our club, one of the comments you get all of the time is that people are amazed at how structured the meeting is. And that structure is not accidental. That structure is a part of the design and of the culture of what Toastmasters is. So that for somebody who has no exposure to that to be able to effectively run a speechcraft program, I seriously doubt it. Must have had some previous experience in Toastmastering.
Yes.
Yeah, Sandra, what's your take on that? Because it is
Yes,
allowed
I
for a
agree because
non-Toastmaster to
how can you give an example or give a sample of something that you can't do?
And the Toastmasters program is very unique because the other name
yeah.
that is called when you normally talk about public speaking is the damn it, the name gone straight out of my head. It was this well-known program. You're helping here, man.
John Maxwell.
Not John Maxwell. John Maxwell is
Oh, Dale Carnegie.
the Dale Carnegie
That's a
course.
long time thing. I don't know they still have that.
Of course, Dale Carnegie is still around,
Of course, Dale
but
Carnegie still around. What happened to you?
Because I
yeah,
did that program in my
many years
20s.
ago. Like I said, many years ago. But the thing is that whilst the content, I mean, because if you're talking public speaking, it's essentially the same thing. The real differentiation between, say, a Dale Carnegie program and the Toastmasters program is that the Toastmasters program is experiential. It is learning by doing. Whereas the Dale Carnegie program
Mm-hmm.
has a heavy lecture content. It's more didactic. And whilst the session gives you the opportunity to do some practicing, it is very limited. And the course has a finite life. So when you have completed the course, if himself you have learned the basic skills, you still have the challenge of finding a platform where you can continuously practice these skills. And as
Yes.
we know, to develop a skill to any high level, constant practice is a requirement. It's not enough to know how to do it. You really have to practice and practice and practice again. And that is the
Yeah.
real power
Yeah.
of the Toastmasters program.
I wanna end off because we have a few more minutes, 5 more minutes or so to go, and I wanna just touch on when you look at where Toastmasters clubs are laid out geographically in Trinidad and Tobago, especially in Trinidad, we have the east-west corridor mainly, and then you jump over central and you reach south, and it's not even deep south. We want to look at as a vision of growing this and the types of clubs and the speechcraft program to give people a taste, like Sandra Pike says. What are your thoughts in using that strategy? What type of clubs do you think we need to put in place or encourage in order for there to be sustainability?
Well,
Okay,
I
okay.
think
So,
go ahead, Sandra. You go ahead.
so definitely Central has no clubs. I have always said that from for years now. Why don't we have a club in Central Trinidad, and at least one? And Speechcraft could be an introduction, a way of introducing Toastmasters to Central Trinidad or to anywhere for that matter. So I would definitely agree that
Right.
that's a good idea.
I agree with that, and I think there's
Yeah.
enormous potential for the gavel clubs. I tell you, we've had a lot of discussion about starting a gavel club, and I think we need to make a concerted effort in that direction because the world of the future is in the hands of the young people. And we're not going to be here all the time. I mean, except me,
Yeah.
because, I'm going to live as old as Methuselah. But outside of me, most of us not going to be around. And therefore, we feel, at least for too long. So I think we have to really focus on the youth, and the Gavel Club is it. The other area with enormous potential are the corporate clubs. Right now, I don't think we have any corporate clubs. We have had two in the past that I know of, but right now we have no
Mm-hmm.
corporate clubs. And the track record of
Mm-hmm.
people who have moved up the ranks in the corporate world as a result of mastering the art of oral communication through Toastmasters, there are a lot of testimonies. The guy who was in charge of the Wells Fargo Bank, there is a testimony online about where he started and how Toastmasters helped him to reach that pinnacle of success.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that there's adequate evidence and tremendous potential for us to look at, really going out to the corporate world and exposing to them the benefits that the Toastmasters program brings.
Well said. Somebody just said, "Well said, God," and I just feature that there on the screen. And I love the way, the direction in which you guys are thinking, and it tells us we have a lot of work to do. And I know, God, you were there from the beginning, so you are one of those who will still last beyond time. Even though Sandra goes, I'm joining you, I'm staying with you, but we are. I'm staying with you, Trinidad,
Talk your talk.
to be able to make. You have to speak it into being. Speak it into being. So we are going to ensure and we are going to encourage others to buy into the process because we can see what Toastmasters has done in our lives and what it can do for others and to even probably push the country forward.
Yes,
I
of
want to
course.
encourage you to, I want to encourage you. Yeah, sorry, you wanted to say something, guys?
No, no, I was just going to say the leadership aspect is in particular, our country, the world. I mean, you just have to think about Donald Trump. The world, the world is in great need of really solid leaders. And since leadership,
Yeah.
our tagline is what? Toastmasters,
Where
where
leaders are made.
leaders are
Where
made.
leaders
Where
are made.
leaders are
Hey,
made.
watch it.
All
Watch
right.
it.
And,
Watch
and
it. Where
yes,
leaders are
right, yes.
made.
I seeing it on your chest there. All right. And our world stands in dire need of leadership. We
Thank you so
really,
much, guys.
really have.
Sandra, is there
Exactly.
anything? Yeah,
Well, I would like to say that,
yeah.
a
Sandra, is
lot
it?
of our young people are lacking leadership skills and communication skills. They don't know how to express themselves properly. And they are also lacking in self confidence as a result of those two. So,
Yes.
if we are able to
Yeah,
increase their self confidence, increase their ability to communicate, and increase their leadership ability, we will have a different Trinidad and Tobago in
For
the
sure.
next couple of years.
For sure.
something there. You see, and we ending the show now. But let me just push this in here. You say about a different way. Now you see, if God was in this time, this 21st or whatever century we in, God wouldn't be able to check me if God was looking me for a relationship. God don't know because the kind of things he can't even approach me. Because
Yeah.
the way how they approaching young people now to talk to them. They can't do it like a proper Toastmaster. You can't catch the girl anymore. You don't know how to speak to the girl. The girl
The
don't know how
lyrics,
to
the
speak to the
lyrics. They don't
guy.
have the lyrics.
Yeah, it's not there. It's not there. So join Toastmasters. If you join Toastmasters, you will faster get the girl. You'll faster get the boy. Join Toastmasters. Let's form gavel clubs. You will faster get into that nice, solid relationship. I assure you. Okay. Thank you so much, Gad and
Thank
Sandra. And I want to
you. Thank
encourage you
you.
guys to stay on and watch on the Facebook page because coming up next is Mr. Nazir Sultan. God knows Mr. Nazir
Oh, yeah.
Sultan. He'll be talking about masters. Why? Let me tell you, you know how dynamic Mr. Sultan is. So,
No question
guys,
about that.
listen out for us. We start at 6:15. Please check the Facebook page, set your reminder, and be back on the Facebook page with us. Thank you so much, Sandra and God. I
Thank
enjoyed
you.
the
Thank you.
session.
Thank you
It's
very
been
Thank
a
you,
much.
Corinne.
pleasure.
Okay, same here.
Okay,
Bye,
bye.
Sandra.
Bye.
Okay.